Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA Power Rankings: LeBron has Lakers in the top 10 with Thunder. Celtics Warriors Kings. The first week of the season produced some surprising results, with the Golden State Warriors going 4-1 despite the ab of Stephen Curry, while the Denver Nuggets, Milwaukee Bucks and Philadelphia 76ers have struggled to win games. The Oklahoma City Thunder and Cleveland Cavaliers are unbeaten, and LeBron James has the Los Angeles Lakers off to a strong start after missing the playoffs last season in Sacramento. The Kings are encouraged by the early returns after adding DeAndre DeRozan to a lineup that already features De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis and Keegan Murray. Things will change in the weeks to come, but here's a look at our first set of NBA Power Rankings. 1. Oklahoma City Thunder 4-0. The Thunder rolled through its first 4 games with a plus 17.5 point differential, including a 15-point win over the Nuggets in the season opener. 2. Boston Celtics 4-1. The Celtics look like they're ready to contend for another title after winning their 18th NBA championship last season. 3. Cleveland Cavaliers 5-0. The Cavaliers have impressed early with a plus 18.2 point differential and quality wins over the Knicks and Lakers. 4. Phoenix Suns 3-1. The Suns have looked good with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant leading the way, beating the Clippers and Mavericks while splitting 2 games against the Lakers. 5. Dallas Mavericks 3-1. The Mavs suffered an early loss to the Suns despite a 40-point game from Luka Doncic, but they just posted an impressive road win over the Timberwolves. 6. Golden State Warriors 4-1. The Warriors have a league-best plus 20.4 point differential despite the absence of Stephen Curry, who is out with a left peroneal strain. 7. Los Angeles Lakers 3-2. LeBron James fueled a 21-0 four-quarter run to beat the Kings before the Lakers suffered back-to-back losses to the Suns and Cavaliers. 8. Orlando Magic 3-2. Paolo Nero scored 33 points in the season opener and poured in a career-high 50 in Monday's win over the Pacers. 9. Minnesota Timberwolves 2-2. The Timberwolves pulled out a 7-115 win over the Kings, but they are still trying to find their way after trading Karl Anthony Towns for Julius Randle. 10. Sacramento Kings 2-2. The Kings lost close games to the Timberwolves and Lakers before beating the Blazers and Jazz while incorporating DeAndre DeRozan into a lineup with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. Lindy Waters' breakout is reminder of Warriors quietly fleecing the Thunder. The Golden State Warriors went from playing a 12-man rotation to missing 3 key players including Stephen Curry heading into a home game versus the New Orleans Pelicans. It was an open question whether Warriors would get enough offense to keep up with Zion Williamson and the Pelicans. The answer was not a single player of course, but multiple players stepping up. Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podmski, Moses Moody and, especially Buddy Hield all had big nights, scoring in the Warriors' 124-106 win. Yet after one quarter none of those players had found their rhythm. Their Warriors trailed 31-4 with just 2 assists. Then to start the second, the 13th man of their 12-man rotation checked into the game, Lindy Waters. 3. What followed was one of the greatest and most unexpected performances in modern Warriors history. Waters, who had logged all of 12 minutes thus far the season, all of them in garbage time, became the catalyst that turned the game completely around. Waters made a layup, then a transition jumper with a toe on the line. Second later it was a 3-pointer off a Kyle Anderson pass when he crashed the glass, pulled down an offensive rebound and was fouled by Zion Williamson. It started to become clear that this was going to be the Lindy Waters game. He was everywhere on both ends of the court, diving on the floor for loose balls and setting screens for teammates to spring them open. He scored 21 points on 8,413 shooting, had a whopping 9 rebounds, 4 assists, a block and a steal. He was a key part of the Warriors going from down 20 to winning the game by 18 points, and he was a plus 26 on the night, by far the best on the team. Steve Kerr owed the hot hand, giving Waters 31 minutes. It will be hard to keep him out of the rotation moving forward, although as the roster gets healthy it will only get that much more difficult to find minutes for everyone. Many Warriors fans are left wondering who Lindy Waters 3 is, and they can be forgiven for not remembering how he came came to the team because it was a quiet trade that didn't seem like it would lead to a career moment on national television. Then again, it seemed unremarkable when the Warriors took a short rotund big who couldn't shoot out of Michigan State with the 35th pick. Then he turned into the greatest defensive player of his generation. So unremarkable things can certainly turn into remarkable moments, and it appears that the Warriors made a gem of a trade during the 2024 NBA draft. It was quite simple. The Warriors traded the 52nd pick in the draft to the Oklahoma City Thunder for fourth-year guard Lindy Waters. 3 Waters went undrafted out of Oklahoma State, Indiana 20120, and slowly made his way through a variety of basketball leagues before catching on with the Oklahoma City Blue. He earned a 2-way contract with the Thunder and logged a total of 104 games in 3 seasons with OKC. The depth of the Thunder, especially as they built a contender through a plethora of draft picks, meant there wasn't a role for Waters when their Warriors came and offered a second-round pick for a player they may have to cut anyway. The Thunder took the deal. It appears clear that the Thunder dropped the ball on that one because the Lindy Waters who exploded on Wednesday night was worth much more than a throwaway pick, a pick that the Warriors ended up buying back later in the draft merely for cash. The Thunder once scooped a sharp-shooting wing off the scrap heap in Isaiah Joe and found a rotation player. It's painful that they had another one in their organization and traded him away for peanuts. Lindy Waters had the game of his life against the Pelicans, complete with big shots, marquee moments, and the signature dunk as the Warriors blew the game open. It was a special moment and one that highlighted the savvy of Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the Warriors front office in finding yet another player ready to blossom. Last year they used a late second to draft Tracy Jackson Davis, who is now their starting center. This year they used a late second to land a do-it-all guard who should factor moving forward. Warriors suddenly have the perfect opportunity to reunite with former playoff hero. The Warriors look like a different team compared to last season. They are more focused as they look to make a deep playoff run this year. Although they appear more energetic, the Warriors could use another scorer off the bench and should bring back point guard Lonnie Walker. Walker was released by the Boston Celtics on October 19 during the preseason. With Boston, Walker averaged 7.3 points in 16.4 minutes per game. The 25-year-old then took to his Twitter account and posted a tweet acknowledging that things will happen in due time. As a player, you cannot control what organizations do. You just need to focus on yourself and your art, which is what Walker is currently doing. Although it is early in the season, the Lakers are expected to resign Walker. He played with Los Angeles from 2022 to 2023. He was a member of the team that made an appearance in the Western Conference Finals in 2023 in the conference semi-final victory over the Golden State Warriors. He averaged 10.6 points on 54% shooting from the field and 38% beyond the arc. He had 3 double-digit point games and played a huge role in the series win. Having another capable scorer and shot creator off the bench could be a solid low-cost addition for the Lakers. Walker can provide that for Los Angeles, and they should consider bringing him back. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Lonnie Walker? Leave your opinion in their comments.